Hello everybody, welcome to the Rabbit's Burrow, and this is Game Time Recap, where we go through the results over the past weekend from the sports that we love. Starting with the Premier League, there were victories for Liverpool, Arsenal, Brentford, Man City, West Ham and Leicester on Saturday. On Sunday, Manchester United and Aston Villa drew, Chelsea drew with Nottingham Forest in a fiery clash, and Brighton continued their good start with a good win against Tottenham Hotspur. Looking at the league table, Liverpool go into the international break leading City and Arsenal by 1 point. Manchester City and Arsenal, though, remain unbeaten. Brighton also climbed the ladder after their victory against Spurs, Spurs losing a few places to their rivals. Looking at the bottom half of the league, Leicester City's victory promoted them out of the relegation zone, which means Wolves, Southampton and Crystal Palace are in the bottom three places going into the international break. Moving on to the NFL, and in week 5, the Falcons beat the Buccaneers on Thursday 36-30. Sunday, the Vikings, the Bears, the Commanders, the Dolphins, the Jaguars, and the Texans all took the victories in their early kickoff games. In other results, the Ravens beat the Bengals, the Broncos beat the Raiders, and there were away victories for the Cardinals, the Giants, the Packers, and the Cowboys in all of Sunday's fixtures. The only remaining fixture is that of the Saints visiting the Chiefs on Monday. Taking a look at the NFL standings after week 5, in the AFC East, the Bills lead the way, followed by the Jets and the Dolphins. In the AFC West, it's the Chiefs and the Broncos leading the way, followed by the Chargers, and in last place, the Raiders. In the AFC North, it's the Steelers leading the way, followed by the Ravens and the Browns. And in the AFC South, it's the Texans who are in first place, followed by the Colts and the Titans. Taking a look at the NFC, in the NFC East, we have the Commanders in first place with a 4-win streak, followed by the Cowboys and the Eagles. In the NFC West, it is the Seahawks leading the way, followed by the Cardinals and the 49ers. Looking at the NFC North, we have the Vikings, who are still unbeaten, leading the way, followed by the Lions. And in the NFC South, we have the Falcons in first, followed by the Buccaneers. But as we said, the Saints visit the Chiefs on Monday and can still have a say on the table. Lastly, we take a look at the United Rugby Championship, and it was a dominant display for the South African teams. The Lions and Bulls taking care of business in South Africa, the Stormers and the Sharks walking away with victory away from home as well. Leinster remain unbeaten with their victory, and there was a huge win for Munster over the Ospreys. Taking a look at the leaderboard, Leinster lead the way on 15 points, followed by a bunch of teams on 11 points. The South African teams have a game in hand, so the Lions, the Bulls and the Sharks can still move up in the rankings. In the bottom half of the table, Benetton is in last place, followed by Edinburgh and Scarlets, all three still without a victory. Ospreys are in 9th and the Stormers in 12th. Taking a look at the fixtures for the upcoming week, we will start with the URC and Glasgow host Zebre on the 11th. On the 12th, we have Cardiff hosting Scarlets and Benetton taking on the Sharks. In the later kickoff, we have Edinburgh taking on the Stormers and the Ospreys hosting the Bulls. Taking a look at the last two fixtures, we have Ulster hosting Connacht on the 12th, and on the 13th the only fixture is the Dragons playing host to the Lions. As for the Premier League, we are on international break, so there will only be international football available to us. Moving on to football, on Monday night we have the Chiefs hosting the Saints. Thursday night football will be the Seahawks taking on the 49ers. Over the weekend we have some interesting fixtures like the Bears taking on the Jaguars and the Titans hosting the Colts. We also have the Eagles hosting the Browns and the Steelers going to the Raiders. On Sunday, we have the Cowboys going to the Lions. Monday Night Football will be the Giants versus the Bengals, and Tuesday is the Jets taking on the Bulls. Thank you for watching, guys. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.